You know, it's been the go-to style for a few years now. It's an easy closet pull for instant polish. We love the matching sets and always will. But, you know, it's time for the set to get an upgrade with 4 new ways to wear it. Style editor Daylan Dove is here to break it all down for us. So Daylan, you're the official word. Is the set coming to an end?
Gosh, we've had a good run. We've had a good run. It has been trending, and it's feels like it had more than its 15 minutes of fame for, you know, the last 3 or so years. I don't think it's dead. It's not a skinny jean. We can still love it. I just think we need to love it in different ways. The set doesn't feel one note anymore when it's just kind of plain. We want to make it more interesting and put a little bit more effort into it if you're gonna wear it out and about rather than just maybe lounging around your house.
Okay, well, I love it because you have these 4 ideas for us. So the first one is break it up.
Break it up. I think when you think about two pieces of clothing, right, and they go together, sometimes it's hard to break it out of your mind that they can be 2 separate pieces. I love, this is like a cowgirl gold set that I have, and I love to wear it together, but just adding a really nice, easy white button down and then tying it in with these gold layered necklaces. This to me feels very chic, and my pants that I've only worn in a set now have new life. So if you think about your top and your bottom in different ways, you can have endless possibilities, at least 4, right, when you're thinking of it that way. And then that brings your whole closet open to new opportunities. I've actually had all these sets in my closet already, and I've never paired them in any of these ways. So this is new for me, and I hope that it will be able to make your mind open up to what your closet possibilities are.
Well, I think sometimes what happens is, so if these were my pants, I would think, okay, I have to find this exact shade of gold as a top.
Right.
But no, you're saying just go white.
Just crisp.
Or go black.
You could go white. You could go black. You could go brown. It just has to be a neutral if you do have a little bit more of a busy pattern or more of like this metallic. It's kind of that bold like statement piece. You're going to go a little neutral.
Okay, I love this idea, the breakup. Sometimes breakups are good.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to talk about layering.
Layering. So first I want you to think about layering over your set. This is actually a short sleeve set, but you know our springs in Utah, some days it's really warm, some days it's not. So I actually thought this neon green, it's a little bit bold with the light blue, but I love it for spring. We're actually thinking more about those neons and playing with colors. So I want you to think about layering over your sets. It's great for layering in fall or spring because we do have a little bit more of that unpredictable weather pattern really. But you can think of a sweater, you can think of a jacket, you can think of a blazer, you can think of a vest. There's so many ways to layer over your set to keep it really interesting. Now, this bold pattern does make it a little bit harder to layer, maybe not as much, but don't be afraid to play with the bold because really we see here that it works and it's visually so interesting and fun.
And really with blue, to me blue is like a neutral. You could do pink, you could do orange, you could do almost any color with it. And like with the weather, as you were saying, you could tie this around your waist and then when it gets chilly, throw it over.
Exactly, yep, and you're keeping it fun and new.
Okay, what are we doing with this set?
Okay, so then layering underneath. So this is, again, I wanted this to feel very doable. So if you just have this plain black set, Brooke and I both have this one. I can't remember who bought it first, but both of us needed it. So I just paired a really easy check vest under this as just an easy way to add a little pattern to this plain black. But you could do any sort of pattern. You could do an easy, just like neutral underneath it. But when you think about layering underneath it, it brings the interest to just, you went from plain black to now you have something underneath it to bring that eye up towards your face. And really you can do it any way when you're doing underneath as long as it ties into your set as a whole.
Yeah, let's talk about the neckline because you have a V-neck here. You're layering with a crew neck. Would you do a button down under a button down? That's my question.
I think it depends on how confident you are in your style, right? I think when it comes to clothes, you can rock anything you want to, but if it feels good to you, then do it. I don't think I would do it just because it's a lot of bulk. It's a lot of bulk in that way, and this keeps it just really clean.
What did you put into the texture here? Because I noticed with this neon sweater, a lot of texture. This is kind of woolly and a lot of texture. Is that something you think about?
It comes down, and you can see this is kind of has that like ribbing texture to it. It just comes down to that visual interest, right? So the more the different textures you put on, the different patterns you on, you're adding to that visual interest of a set as a whole.
Okay, and the last one, you kept the set together,
Yes.
but you added to it.
So I want you to think of accessories for our last one. So this is just a plain green set, plain. It's super fun and bright and bold.
Yeah.
But I added a color pop to it, so I almost thought color block. So when you're thinking of accessories, you're adding to the outfit in interesting ways. So we added this bold, almost corally red to it. I did a bag, I did a shoe, but you can really dress this up or dress any set up or down with different accessories. If I were to change out this bag or these shoes with a tennis shoe and a baseball hat, this automatically went from day to night or dressed up to more casual. So when you're thinking of your accessories, think of it in ways to make it more different and make it more visually appealing, but also just to be able to wear it in different ways that you didn't think about before.
Yeah, just give it a little point of interest.
exactly.
Okay, I love it. So that it's not completely dead. Daylan's telling us we just have to figure out how to do it right. Thank you, Daylan.
New ways. Thanks, Amy.